The Eminence of Shadow episode 1, 2, and 3. I don't usually do these types of review where I review 2 or 3 episodes in a bulk. I think this is actually my first time doing that, but because I wanted to do it a little bit more quick, I didn't want to, have 3 separate videos of 10 minutes analyzing episodes that already have come out. Well, I decided to make a bulk video where I talked about the 3 episodes in one go. I don't know how long it will last, but yeah. So Eminence of Shadow episode 1, 2, and 3. I will be speaking about the 3 episodes in no order. I will be talking about the things that happen in the 3 episodes randomly. I won't be, talking about the first, then the second, then the third. I will be talking about my general thoughts and feeling of the 3 episodes as of now. So yeah, the Eminence of Shadow, you have the main protagonist Sid, you have her sister Claire, and you have basically Sid's, I guess you can call it lackeys, beta, alpha, and all the other companions that Sid has. And Sid's motivation is basically to rule in the shadows. I guess that is how you can call his motivation. I mean, the name of the anime almost gives it away, the Eminence of Shadow. It indicates that, the main protagonist, in this case Sid, wants to control things, wants to be the protagonist, sort of the hero, although he doesn't see himself as that, but you know what I mean. He wants to be this sort of person that is in the shadows, beating crime, controlling people, society, and beating, like I said already, the bad guys. He wants to be this sort of guy that doesn't have that much attention thrown at him. And yeah, this is what shaped his persona. This is what shaped his character. He is this sort of guy we can see in the 3rd episode that doesn't want to attract too much attention. Even in his family, he is not the successor, or the, I guess you can say, the one that has the title of being the successor of the family. It is actually his sister Claire. So even by that standard, you can already see that he doesn't want to stand out, even though he can achieve much more from standing out. So yeah, we see at the beginning of the episode, I think episode 1, that he's actually, this person that is actually pretty strong when you consider all the things he did in the 1st episode. He's strong, he knows all sort of martial arts, but of course this is not enough for him. He wants to be even stronger, and there's limits in the real human world, in our world, that can only take you so far, and then you sort of hit a wall that you cannot overcome. And this is the case for Sid. He realizes that in the real human world, he can learn all the martial arts, he can do this, he can do that, but at the end of the day, he is fragile to a bullet. He is fragile to an asteroid. Yeah, he admits that there is limits to what he can and he cannot do. And yeah, we get introduced to this sort of character also. I forgot her name. In the 1st episode also, this girl that is kind of weird because, we don't see any more of her, not even in the 3rd episode. So I don't know if she would be sort of reincarnated into another person or something like that. Sid's sister almost looks like her. But yeah, Sid's whole persona is to be this person that is behind the shadows. And because of this, he's slowly but surely recruiting people into his own, I guess you can say, party, into his own sort of worldview, because he wants to beat people and he wants to beat this sort of organization that he thinks doesn't exist. But as we already know by the description of the anime, actually does exist. And it is even hinted in the 3rd episode when it starts that the reason why the Gross left him is because they have to take care of things. They have to take care of this organization that Sid told them existed. Of course, Sid thinks that they left him because he thinks that they have grown up. But of course, that is not the case, because although the episode itself has not actually told us, explicitly that they left because this organization actually exists, we already can predict and theorize. And just by reading the description of the anime, you can already know that that is actually the case, that they had actually left him because they had a solid reason. So yeah, it is definitely going to be worth watching when he gets the word that they actually left him and have returned because they actually had a solid reason. I don't know how long it will take for that to happen. I don't think it will take too long, but yeah, definitely something worth seeing. And in the 3rd episode, we get introduced to this new character named Princess Alexia, which, if I'm not remembering wrong, is the younger sister of the strongest Dark Knight. I think her name was Iris or something like that. The Dark Knight Iris, again, which is supposed to be the strongest knight of the whole reincarnated world. And because of this, you have that Princess Alexia is feeling sort of down. She's doubting herself. She doesn't see herself in a good image. And she sort of has this relationship with Sid that basically is forced upon on Sid, because although he was joking when confessing to her, there were reasons why Princess Alexia accepted that confession. And because of that, you sort of have this relationship in the third episode where they get to know each other a little bit better. And yeah, by the end of the episode, we learn that Princess Alexia is missing or potentially got kidnapped. And because of this, Sid is in a lot of trouble, because of course he was the last person that saw her. I don't know which is the case, if she got kidnapped or if something else happened to her. But yeah, of course Sid will definitely have to do something about it. I don't know if he will actually be held accountable for some of the potential reasons that Princess Alexia went missing, because if he does get accountable, then he won't be able to save her if she's actually in trouble. But yeah, I don't know if Princess Alexia will be actually a protagonist of the anime. I don't know if she will be having a main role or a lot of screen time in the future. Maybe it is the reason that it is only for this third and maybe the fourth or fifth episode. Maybe as we get further and further into the story, into the anime, maybe there's going to be other characters that are going to take the spotlight. For example, Alpha, Beta, Sid's sister herself, Claire, or somebody else. But I mean, she is actually a pretty good character, a decent character, funny character, because she has this strong personality, this very defined personality. So yeah, she's actually a very good character. And yeah, I mean, she, apart from being sort of down because she doesn't want to be compared to her sister and stuff of that nature, she's also not very fun or very happy at her fencing style. And because of this, Sid gets sort of mad, because at the end of the day, it is the same fencing style that Sid practices. And yeah, she's down because she was defeated in the final match of this sort of tournament that they had, and it is sort of implied that the one that beat her at the final was Sid's sister Claire, because she even says that the other finalists that beat her complimented her fancy style, because after all, Claire also practices the same fancy style as Sid. So yeah, it will make sense that it is actually her that is actually the one that beat Alexia at the final. So yeah, she's angry at herself because she doesn't want to be compared to her sister, or I should say she's angry at herself because she's not as strong as her sister. She's angry at herself because her fancy style she thinks is not worthy of a strong character. It is not beautiful according to her. I can already see that Sid will actually show her the true potential of the fencing style that she criticized so much. So yeah, let's see if that is actually the case in the next or upcoming episodes. But yeah, I mean, interestingly enough, Sid's sister is actually noteworthy character, a noteworthy, or I should say a noteworthy student in the current school that they are attending. She's supposed to be this prestigious student, this student that is very strong, because she's actually the one that won that tournament that they do in that school. She's supposed to be very strong in that school that they attend. And then in the other hand, you have Sid, this guy that doesn't stand out, that in the view of everyone else doesn't compare to his sister. I mean, it is because he doesn't want to stand out after all, because I mean, he could easily stand out and be also a very prestigious character in the school that they attend, but he doesn't want to be that type of character. Of course, it is sort of thrown to that track, because in the third episode we see that he's already getting a lot of attention, although at the same time it is not him that is getting the attention. It is his girlfriend, or not so much girlfriend at this moment, Alexia, that is getting the attention, and he is just seen as a background character. But yeah, so many questions come out of the first 3 episodes. The first one being how long it will take the other girls to come back into the main story, Alpha, Beta, and all the other girls. How much time it will take for potentially Claire to find out that his brother is actually strong. Maybe she will never find out. How long it will take Alexia to find out that Sid is actually strong. Maybe again she will also never find out, or maybe she will in the next episode or couple of episodes. And let's see if Alexia herself can potentially break the engagement that she has with this Xenon guy, because that is one of the reasons that she is, or I should say that is the only reason that she accepted the relationship with Sid. So yeah, let's see if she can actually break up that engagement, that potential relationship that they have for the future. But yeah, I mean, that is everything for my review. that is, I think, everything worth mentioning of the first 3 episodes. A very good anime indeed. I think it's going to be one of the better ones of fall 2022. I think a lot of people are actually going to like this anime, and I can see it being a very popular anime. But I mean, yeah, that is everything that I had to say, and hopefully I can do more episode reviews of the anime. So I guess I'll see you all in the next episode review.